Alright. I'll get over there in a second, guys. Paint station. Alright, so if I do this, it should be good. Testing. Got it. Woohoo! Use that microphone. It probably isn't as good as my other microphone over there, but it's closer to me. So, let me get you guys up on here. We're back to bait painting finally. It is something else now. Let me get you guys up. My channel. Back to bait painting. Here we go. Turn that down so we don't get feedback. And I can see it. Good. Template. Probably no, we'll use that one right now. Okay. Alright. Put this over here so I can see what your comments are. Alright, we are going to paint some finesse baits. And now, you can see over here, I have been busy. Alright, little fire tiger design. And this one is going to be a really nice jointed, deep diving bait. Of course, you got to have your poppers. Got to have a popper for top water. Big game bait. Obviously not done yet, but we're working on it. And a new jointed square bill. Really nice. Have high hopes for that. Now, I want you guys to know, even though I'm back to painting baits again, my health is it's declining. So, this is what I'm going to do this year. Last year I painted like 2,000 baits. 2,000. And it was a nice windfall for Lake of the Woods to sell my baits. Now, I did make a $50 baits like these, and they sold out real quick. So, in order to adjust to my health and to adjust to my abilities, what I'm going to do this year, there'll be some baits that I'll be making as I can and selling individually at Lake of the Woods. They won't be as inexpensive as last year. They're going to be at least $10. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a tackle box. Now this is a waterproof floating tackle box. I needed one with a large area here to put the big bait in. And I'm going to fill this tackle box with baits. And each bait will have a depth. It will have a top water, a shallow diver, it'll have mid diver, deep diver, it'll have big bass bait, a really big one, a collector's bait right there. And anyway, this box, this is a nice box, by the way. I shopped along. I know it's thick fish, but it's a 3,600 box. And so a person is going to have this box filled with my baits. Basically, this is your tackle box when you go out for hard baits. This is going to be it. It'll have everything, and this will sell for $100. And I will put, all these baits you see here are going in this box. And people buy it or not, we'll see. But the idea is for me to still sell my baits, but do it at a pace I can manage. And I'm seeing doctors left and right lately. I'll see another one after I'm done with this live broadcast. And we're working hard at figuring out what's going on and manage it. But I have been going through a lot of strokes, and I am tired of them. I'm just tired of them. You would be too. So, one of my favorite baits to teach people how to fish with is a wake bait. And wake baits are super easy because, one, they always work. They always do. And you use a small wake bait, something tiny like this. And to teach people how to present a bait to the fish, a lot of times, they have to throw it down in front of them and work it in front of them in the clear water and see what it's doing at different speeds. Well, with a wake bait, that's not necessary. You could just toss this thing out, and as soon as it makes a V, wake, as soon as that V wake happens, that is the speed this bait likes to travel. And it really is. I thought this thing had a rattle. This thing doesn't have a rattle. Doesn't matter. It makes splashing noises, so it's fine. But this thing is going to just do this along the water. And bass just jump up and hit it. They just jump up and hit it. So I'm going to tape the lip off. I'm going to paint a half a dozen of these guys. Alright? Because I love wake baits. If I ever want to get the bite on, I just throw a wake bait in warm water. Now our water at Lake of the Woods, I saw it at 60 degrees yesterday, down at the southern end. Amazing too. I was at the southern end of the lake to check it out. That's usually the lily pad area that I like to fish a lot. And of course it's not lily padding yet, but it is blooming underneath. It's germinating underneath. But the lake is so full that my normal marsh area, not going to be marsh this year, it is 3 feet deep. I continued, there's a river, a creek back there called Rainbow Creek. And I took my boat down up Rainbow Creek, and quite, good distance. I got scared to death by a beaver. He just exploded. He just did not expect anybody back there. He exploded in the water. Scared the crap out of me. And Western tanagers were down back there, which is a beautiful. Got to look it up. A Western tanager is one of the prettiest, in my opinion, of any songbird. It's big, it's beautiful, it's bright. Oh my gosh, you had to see it. Anyway, that was, an adventure yesterday. Now, normally I do fish on Monday and Wednesday. I did fish yesterday. I was on my Facebook page. I did it on Facebook yesterday. I thought I'd do something different. And, hey, everything guy, fishing fun. How are you guys doing? So, we are just setting up to do a half a dozen of these wake baits, these finesse wake baits. And we're going to... So anyway, yesterday, I caught a couple bass, perch, stuff like that. Um, the the lake is so full it's overflowing. But like I said, in the southern end, it was already 60-degree water. Now the bass, I mean, 2 weeks ago the lake was frozen, so the bass got to get out and do their thing quick. You know, they're doing quickies right now in order to spawn, and they're hard to catch, really hard to catch right now. Spawning bass are very difficult to catch, but when they're done, it'll be top water heaven. So, in our lake. Everybody else, I mean, Florida has their spawn in like January. I know. I hope you guys are doing well. So anyway, we got our 6 baits set up here. So we just tape off the lips, you know. Now we're going to. Now my most successful design of wake baits is sort of a golden brown. So what we're going to do, we're going to give it a white base coat. White base coat, but you know, I don't know if you guys, you know, you guys tuned in a little after I showed you what I did yesterday, or Sunday. That's what I did Sunday. A little fire tiger design, square bill, and then of course you gotta have a good popper. Just gotta have a good popper. So this is the popper, and this is interesting. This is a jointed square bill. I haven't fished with this one yet, but I painted 4 of them. 3 to go in boxes, 1 for me. Always 1 for me. And this is sort of a color shifting yellow to green paint, real pretty. And then of course this jointed minnow, sort of a bleeding shad. This is a deep diver. That's a deep diver. Really nice. And then of course this is sort of a crappie, but I kind of went with some real specialized colors on it. So I went with a pearl white into a yellow, into a green, into the black, and with a magenta pattern on it. And should work real good at catching some big bass. So I've been busy, as busy as I can be. I haven't had a stroke in a while, about a week, and that's good, huh? No strokes. So now we're just going to lay on a white base coat. I'm going to turn on the hair dryer. I know it. Now you probably can't hear me. Do a flash dry on this base coat. Base coats are really important to get good coverage on them. Your base coat has everything to do with the end result. Whether you use, and the color is very important too. Sometimes I use a black base coat if I want a metallic look. Now it sounds weird, but yeah. Those silver ones, black base coat. And so are these color shifting ones. That's a black base coat. Now I did do a fluorescent underbelly to them, so they really do shine. So now we'll get these, do a flash dry, and just keep an eye on them as they. Alright, we still got quite a bit of white in here, which is good. Which is what the plan. So now we're going to make a gold. Maybe yellow. And we're going to need purple. Yellow and purple. Because gold is all your colors. Just in, if you do all red, blue, and yellow in equal parts, then it's black. So now we're going to mix it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Oh, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Oh, shake, 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 shake. We be shaking our big booty. Alright, now we're ready to mix. Put some yellow in here. Mix this into the white. So this is actually going to be a nice gold. So we're going to sort of work our gold up. That's reducer. Big bottle reducer. Lasts forever. Okay. Let me spray this out. Get the white out, and we got the yellow. So now, what we're going to do, we're just going to put the yellow on the bottom, and it's going to fade into that gold. We're going to add purple to this thing in a second to get a brown gold to it. But I want the bottom to be really bright. That's what we're doing. If we get bottom going to be real bright. Come on. Want it to come up the shoulder, the bottom, just a little bit, so you see the fade. So now we got the yellow bellies. Now we're going to add the purple to it. Now, one drop at a time. When you use dark colors are very powerful. So you want to not go crazy with it, because they make a big, see that one drop did it. That one drop did it. Now I've got a beautiful, beautiful gold in here. Deep, rich gold. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Let's spray out the yellow. Let's get to the gold. Alright, I'll let those flash dry for a second, and then I'm going to lay the gold on it. Then what I want to do is, in order to create sort of a pattern to it, is that we're going to take a toothpick, because these are really little, and we're going to put dots on it with the toothpick. We're going to dip into some black, and we're just going to pop, 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 and put dots on it. That's what we're going to do. Put dots. I'm going to dot it up. Dot it up. That one's going to be mine. Oops, somebody's coming.
I'm leaving for math class.
Okay, we'll see you later. That was my wife. She went back to college and just got her associate's degree. She got a full ride scholarship for her bachelor's degree. Very proud of her. And we just cut the tip off and make a little, basically, so I'm just going to put these. So Lake of the Woods is turned, which means that the cold went to the bottom, warm water went to the top, in a moment's notice. So I'll be working tomorrow. I won't be fishing tomorrow. I might take the boat, do some fishing after work. On the second bite, go out there and do that. So you might see something later in the afternoon. We're trying to get the marina put together for the Memorial Weekend this weekend. We ain't even close. About halfway through. We're halfway through. So it's not really the best. We're working hard on it. Trying to get So I volunteered to work on my fishing day. I know. Anything for the team, right? Anything for the team. But I don't have to work on Saturday. I'll be super busy this weekend on the lake. But I'll be there because my son works and I have to take him to work. So I will be fishing on a very busy lake this weekend, Saturday. And so that won't be as much fun as it usually is, because I usually have the lake pretty much to myself. during the week. I had to order some more split rings for baits this size. And so I got split rings for all these, but I don't have split rings for my little itty bitty baits. Yeah, you guys know how much work goes into painting, making a bait. Not just painting a bait, but making a bait. It takes a lot of parts to make a bait. Because even after I paint them, you still have to put the eyes on them, glue them, and then you have to epoxy it. Put epoxy on it. And after you do that, then you put your split rings and your hooks on it and package it. So a lot of people, they don't realize the effort it takes to make bait. I need a towel. Be right back. Towels are over here. More. Where's my towels? Towels. Huh. I know I got them here somewhere. I got a whole roll of towels here somewhere. Oh, no big deal. This tissue. So, when you buy a bait from me, that $100 box, it's going to have a lot of time in it. And a lot of effort. And I know people who do buy them appreciate it. But that's one of the reasons also why I, broadcast too, So you guys can see what your money buys. And it's kind of fun if you buy one of these baits to have a video of somebody painting your bait. You know what I mean? That's just kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. So, we're going to shake up the black paint a little bit. And then when these things are kind of dry to the touch, we'll start putting dots on them, spots. It's got a yellow belly and a gold back on these things, so really, really cool. This is one of my best wake baits that you can buy from me. It's a great pattern. I don't know why certain patterns work better than others. It's maybe the flash to it, but adding a texture to it too is really good too. So The nice thing too, no two baits are going to be exactly the same. I mean, each bait you get from me is unique. I mean, the spray pattern and the technical is the technique's the same. The spray patterns are different. The dots that we're going to put on are going to be a slightly different pattern. I'm not going to put them all in the same spot. I can't. Nobody can do that. So all these are unique baits. You have a one of one. If you are interested in purchasing a bait box from me, email me at terribleatfishing2019@gmail.com. You can see it on my YouTube page. You pay through PayPal or through a credit card. I've also, you can do it through credit card too. And I will, I should have my first boxes made in a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Under promise, over deliver. I think I almost have all the baits needed. I mean, I want some finesse baits in it, so that's why these are being painted. I do have some other finesse baits we'll be putting in it. And then we have larger baits, like I said, deep divers, shallow divers, top waters. I've got some whopper ploppers, we got the poppers, really, this is a really nice box. Really nice box. And the box is good. It's a good box. So, I'm going to take a little bit, take this black. I'm going to take this, and we're just going to do a little touching on it. So we do that. We're just going to boop, 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 right like that. And putting dots on them. It's amazing, the tools of the trade. It's a toothpick. Also, Q-tips work really good for big spots. Who would have guessed, right? And you can appreciate when you buy these what I did to them, how they were born, People just, you think it's easy. You guys know it takes time and effort and a lot of practice. My first baits are just ugly. But when my wife met me 38 years ago, I was what you would call a true starving artist. I did airbrush art on panels, customized art for people. I had sort of I also held clinics at Aaron Brothers Art Marks. Oh no, that's old, huh? I worked at Aaron Brothers as a framer way back when. In fact, I asked my wife out on our first date in Aaron Brothers. She was looking for a print. She was so pretty. She bought a Monet. Although I'm not an Impressionist fan, but those, just enough dots. There we go. So she was shopping for a Monet, and I was a pretty shy guy, and yeah, I like those. I like them. Okay, now we're gonna hang them up, and I've been hooked. I didn't even go fishing. I've been hooked. I also use a lot of paper clips. They kind of stick together, but that's all right. We can pull them off. Somehow. I use these to hang my baits. So we need 6 of these. It's a ball. Uh-oh. One's on the floor. There we go. We're up to 4. We're up to 5. One more. That doesn't always work. There. Use them. All right. So, put these up on, let them dry, cure. Let these cure, and we'll put eyes on them, which all get individual. Each eye is super glued on. Just so you know, you don't lose eyes on my baits. I hate when eyes fall off my baits. That's because I don't like one-eyed bait. But, fish probably don't care. But I paid for 2 eyes. I want 2 eyes on my bait. It's just the way it is. Right? So you super glue every eye on every one of these. I'm a huge topwater fan, so ain't nothing more fun than seeing a bite from beginning to end. Just nothing more fun than that. All right, so that. We got those square bills. I got round bills. I've got topwaters. I've got those. You do a big one. Do another big one. This one, this particular blank, you gotta, I guess I need to do that. I have to tape it off. You gotta do the fins. So that one goes there. This one goes here. And that one goes there. Good. So these are all the pieces. These are all the pieces to this. Now they give you a toothpick because that goes through here. You glue it in there so you can keep that fin in there. So use a toothpick. So we're going to do a big one. Now, put that on its stand. And these guys. That in there, in that tissue. I buy my baits from Lure Build, not my blanks. He really is a very good guy, James, and he has quality stuff. I really haven't had a problem with him at all. So now with this guy, we got to sort of look at him and sort of think. What do you? I mean, is anybody on? No, nobody's on. So you can't help me. Let me see. Sort of a perch body. We're going to make this a silver one. You'll be interested to see how to make silver. That should be enough. All right. Silver is basically blue, black, and white. Silver has a blue tone, but we're going to. I want sort of a white belly to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some white down just on the lower portion of this bait. Just on the lower portion. I'm not going to bring it up for a base. I am going to put a black base up on most of the body. And this will change dramatically the top layer. You know, I've got very little white in there, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll blow it out. And we got black. That's what we're going to do right there. So just a white belly on the black. That's my base. That is the base. So now rinse this thing out again. A lot of rinsing, a lot of cleaning of your brush. I use simple green for our cleaning fluid. It's not toxic. Ah. So I don't have to worry about breathing it in. Now you can use like the lid on this thing to blow into it, but I like to see what's coming out of it. So you can do that, you know. But I like to see what's coming out. So make sure it's clean. Okay. Now this wicked color silver requires a lot of, it's aluminum actually, so it requires a lot of shake to mix up the aluminum particles in it. Now on this I really am more focused on the main strip of the body, the fat part of the body, not the top, because we're going to really go with the black on that anyway. So this really is for the fat part of the body. The white belly, silver, black on it. It looks really cool. Should do really well. The fins we're going to paint black. We'll paint the fins black. And what we could do with that is just brush it. That's hand technique. Very cool, huh? It all comes out, in the end it all comes out. Still only got nobody on, huh? Hit thumbs up. For those who pop on, must be because of the day of the week, right? Time of the day, it's Tuesday. Everybody's at work. So now, we should put a pearl white on the bottom. So we're going to put pearl white on the bottom, and then the silver on the fat part. And we're going to take a color shifting for the top. When you do a big bait, you really do many layers, lots of layers on it. So, and you really, each layer brings out the top layer, the layer above it. I love using transparent yellow as a highlight. It almost makes the bait luminescent in the water. See, we can shake all, while that thing's drawing, we can do this. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake our paint. Shake our paint. Shake, 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 shake. Shake our paint. Shake our paint. Gotta buy some more wicked colors for this here. Alright. Let's put the white. Again, we're just putting enough in here to coat the belly. That's interesting, because putting white on white, it's really hard for you to see it. Really hard to see it, but it's there. This is expensive paint too, so I don't. This I'm a little less liberal with. Should be a little more liberal than that, though. Nice pearl look on the bottom of it. Looks really good. So now we're going to clean this out. Again, I know. Spray it out with just clear water. Now we don't have to clean it completely because now we're going to put our silver in it, and we're going to thin this out with some reducer. Just a few drops. I know. Just a few drops. Now this, like I said, is on the fat part of the body. So pull this up. That is that. So that's a white belly with silver body. So now pour what little is left in this cup and back into there. We'll clean it out. And then we're going to put that color shifting as soon as that flash dries, because one thing about wicked paint, it just takes forever to dry. So we have the fan. And then we're going to put the color shifting green on the top. It's going to look really good. I think I'm going to keep this one for me. I don't know. I don't think it'll fit in the box, to be honest. With the tail on it, I don't think it'll fit in the box. So this one, this will be for me. Go for the big bass. Post spawn. Alright. Shake this up even more. Really hard to shake this because it's got this gold on the bottom. Really hard to mix it, so there should be a ball in here, but I don't hear it. Mixing bowl should be in there, but I don't hear it. That's pretty. Nice silver fish. It'll be really good. Black fins. Some gold highlights. And it's going to be an awesome bait. I know this one is the one color that just takes a long time to mix. So lay it on last. Let that thing dry. Now, because we got silver and a black, the color shift is going to shift and change in its base colors. So it'll be interesting to see the difference between the hard back and then as I fade it into the side. Interesting to see, won't it? Yep. I say it'll be interesting to see. One thing about... Oh! Hey, radio! You have it. You just haven't discovered it yet. Again, like I said, something when I was first married, I was a starving artist. I mean, literally, I painted for $100 paintings for people. And then I had my brain problems. You know, these strokes are really annoying. Alright, so now we're going to paint the on this black and then fade it onto the silver. And because of the different bases, we have a very different color going to emerge. And that is just beautiful, actually. Really is beautiful. That. God, that's gorgeous, guys. Really is beautiful. I don't know if you can see. It's hard for you to see the color shift, but I mean that is. Oh, it's really very pretty. That's a beautiful bait. You got that metallic gold to blue green up on top. Actually, it's gold to green on top, then gold to blue. It shifts because of the different base on it. I always like to paint around the eyes a little darker because when I put a bright eye in it, it makes the eye stand out more. So I always bring the color around the eyeball, and when I glue in an eye in there, it's just going to make it pop a little bit more. Wow. Yeah, this one's mine. I know. See, painter's prerogative. I knew this was going to be mine because it doesn't fit in my my all-in-one box. So pretty. God, that's gorgeous, guys. Ah, so pretty. So we're going to. We got a little bit left in there. Yeah, we got a little bit left in there. I'm just telling you, every bait I paint, I look at it and I go, God, that's going to catch fish. It's what I do. always say that. I know. And, they don't all catch fish, but I will tell you that I go out and I fish all the time. People with some very nice boats go out and fish all the time. Now, my boat is not, a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, or $80,000 boat. It's a $3,000 boat. It is an inflatable pontoon by Sea Eagle. It's called the Fold Cat. And I love my boat. It is a fantastic fishing platform. And these guys go out there with these very expensive boats and and I outfish them. That makes me feel good because I outfish them. It's not the boat, it's the person in the boat. That makes all the difference. So now I've got the stuff, but now I need something to put it on. So give me a second and then you find let me cut some cardboard here because we're going to need this cardboard to take that as a backstop. Cardboard. Apparently I have a lot of boxes. So we're going to take these and we're going to put these down. And like I said, this is going to be done by hand. Find a brush, appropriate brush for it. We could use this as well. Alright. A brush. I'm going to sort of get these, and we're just going to brush on some black. Oh, it's a beautiful bait. It really is. So we're just going to brush on some black. On each side of these. You know, people wonder why a $50 bait costs $50. It's because it's all little things, you know? There. It's one side. So now we got to dry it and not blow it away. Put the air dryer on it. And try not to have them fly off the cardboard. So we got to diffuse this. And then once it's dry, we can flip it over and do the other side. Now the tail, we'll probably do something a little fun with it. I don't know. I might. Because it's got, it's a little bit bigger of a palette. But it does have sparkles in it. So I don't think I have to do anything more with it, because the glitter in the tail will sort of shine. It's been so long since I've been fishing, I probably couldn't catch a cold. I have to go fishing this. You know what? Oh, big bear. Nice. I will tell you that when I started this channel, the reason it's called Terrible at Fishing is because I only caught my first bass 3 years ago. Now I've caught thousands of them. And there wasn't a whole. I mean, there were YouTube channels that taught you how to catch fish. And if you look at my Not Anymore playlist, real basic stuff will teach you how to catch a fish. Absolutely. And it's for the beginner. And then I moved up here to Oregon, and there was nobody doing fishing reports. It was like, look at all these lakes and rivers and stuff. And it was like, someone's got to do fishing reports. But Terrible at Fishing started after I had my my clot in my brain. I had a big one, and it paralyzed me, and I started Terrible at Fishing. So, and it was really therapy, this channel. It really was for me. And it morphed into something for you guys, and a business, a small little business. But fishing, because of my limitations, is a sport, an activity that I can readily do, and it's very cathartic. I had a buddy out on my boat yesterday afternoon, and it's just the environment, sitting on a lake in the middle of a forest, all the animals, the sounds, sights, sounds, really is why I do it. You can get outside, but I really enjoy the peacefulness of fishing. And yeah, the peacefulness is broken up with a catch. Each cast, you cast knowing you're going to get a fish. reality is you're not. But that's the beauty of it. You know, it's suspenseful. It's just suspenseful. And so now we're just going to paint black on this side. Now that we got that side somewhat dry. Nice and dark. And there we go. We got a beautiful black fins on a beautiful, beautiful lure. So we don't have to air dry that side. We'll just leave that the way it is. So, but I mean it's kind of fishing. Just like everything. You ever play golf? My friends took me out to play golf, and I never swung a golf club. Took me out to a golf course. And I found out I'm really good at topping the ball. Yeah. All the gophers had to duck, go back in their holes. Gopher balls. And, but it was fun, nonetheless. It was fun. So I kept working at it and working on it. I had a couple, 2 handicapped buddies, and they taught me a lot. And I got, I was like a 8 handicap, when I stopped playing golf. And that's good. That was good. I mean, I parred a lot, birdied a few, stuff like that. And that's kind of the way fishing is. Somebody to show you the basics, and then just doing it over and over and over again. That's the way fishing is. But the beautiful thing about fishing is it's the environment. Some people say it's boring, but it's not. I saw, yesterday I was telling, earlier in this broadcast, I was saying that I for the first time, our lake is so full, I went down a creek from the lake. And all of a sudden this big explosion happened in the water. It was a beaver. Scared the crud out of me. And so that'll wake you up. I was hoping it was a bedding bass, but it wasn't. And then out of nowhere, 2 western tanagers, which is the most beautiful. You gotta Google it. The most beautiful songbird, the western tanager. I call them like tequila sunrise birds because it looks like a tequila sunrise drink. And it's nature has a song, a chorus to it, and if you just sort of sit back and relax and let the world envelop you, it's no longer about fishing, catching a fish. It's about therapy. Our lives are so busy nowadays, and the world has gotten so mixed up and weird, and the world's confused. I don't even know what a boy and a girl is anymore. Give me a break. If you don't know what a boy is or a girl is, you failed biology. It's kind of a given. You got clues on your own body. But the world's messed up and it's confusing. But out in nature, it's not. It is straightforward. It's perfect. Nature's perfect. And I absolutely enjoy it. it is my therapist. My daughter thinks one of my daughters thinks I need therapy, and she's probably right. But what kid doesn't think their parent doesn't need therapy? A pearl bottom, silver body, color shifting green, yellow, gold up on the top. That is a beautiful, beautiful bait. And when we put black accessories on it, just really, really nice, guys. It's a good looking bait. It's a good looking bait. Sometimes simple is the best. It's a good looking bait. Did I say that already? Every bait I paint, I say that. Yeah, these little yellow ones, with the black spot. Awesome. Those will catch. Easy. Take those over to Aspen Cove and bam, bam, bam. You just be catching them left and right. So, oh, well, thank you. Yeah, Cass King and I had a fallout, and then I lost all their gear on the upside down kayak adventure last year. It's not like I don't like Cass King, but they got rid of the guy that got rid of me. But they've gotten expensive. Have you noticed? I mean, they want $250 for the BFS, the Kestrel. I mean, nobody pays $250 for a Cass King. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be affordable fishing, right? So, I mean, you get a BFS Shimano Curado for $200, which is what I got. So I do have, there are some Cass King stuff I really, really like. I still have. But, we sort of had a falling out because they thought I was too self-promoting. Well, that was the whole point. If I self-promote me, they get promoted. But I think they didn't like my confidence or aggressive nature in marketing. And the guy who, Al, he got rid of me. And then he's got a puppet for a regional guy. But Al, no, not Al. Al's a good guy. What was his name? Al's a good guy. He's still with the company. I forgot the other guy's name, but anyway, he got rid of me, and it made me mad. It just made me mad, and I just, I don't know. I just swore him off. I swore him off, and I won't buy anything Cass King anymore. But not that they don't make good stuff. Their fishing line sucks. Oh, and that they don't like that about me because every fishing line I bought, it would snap. And they didn't like the fact that I told the truth about their fishing line. And they never buy a Cass King fishing line. Go with Power Pro or Berkeley's. Those two are my mainstay for fishing lines. I never had the problem with Power Pro and Berkeley as I did with Cass King. Never did. So they may say that it was me, but I've got Power Pro and Berkeley, and it doesn't do it. And yet theirs, I would cast it and my bait would fly away from me. It would just snap. So, they can make a very nice rod. But I have gone over to the Cajun custom rods. And for a Cajun, it's a hand-rolled carbon fiber rod. And they're the best. I mean, for the money, they're the best. Pissy Fun needs to come out with new rods. I think they're clearing out their inventory. But their Carbon X rod is my favorite affordable rod. Oh my goodness, they don't make it anymore. You can't buy it. But what a great rod that one is. And they got this one. No, not that. Oh, here, this one. I got a lot of rods. You know that? For a guy who lost everything. So this is the Serpent. So this is a really nice rod. And this is their carnivore bait feeder reel on it. Really cool rod and reel. And very affordable. I love this bulbous grip right here. So when you got it, it just feels more natural in your hand instead of being straight or fat. It's bulbous right there. And I always love split grips. I don't like bait keepers down here. I wish they put that up here. A lot of companies do this, and I don't like it. But other than that, so, and then, what is that? Oh my God. Okay, I gotta put, that's what I'll do. Alright, this is ridiculous, Mike. Why do I have that up here? So this is, okay, this is a Cajun Custom rod, and it is a hand-rolled carbon fiber. This is the trigger. Triggers are light gear. Now, oh, that's a Cadence. I'm not real crazy about this Cadence, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this Cadence off, and I'm going to put where are you? Where'd it go? I threaded it. Put line on it. Where is it? Yeah. Have you ever like where is everything? Now I try to keep this place functional. Ugh. Let me get on my hands and knees here. Fine. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it down there. All right. I think this is the one. Yeah, I did. Bam. It's a little 500. Pissy Fun. I love the fact it's got collapsible handle to it. Really nice. Let me take this thing off. This I'm crazy about this reel. See, I love fishing white tackle, and if you guys have ever wanted to have fun fishing, always take light tackle. Always take light tackle. Because every fish, doesn't matter how big it is, it feels big. Now, what I don't like about this Cadence is that the handle keeps unscrewing on itself, and I mean, it's a nice reel, but I had that problem with Cast King too, and I would lose pieces of the reel in the lake because I'd be so focused on fishing I never would check this nut on the other side. Well, I'll have that problem with Pissy Fun, so I'm going to put this guy on here. This is a 500, the smallest. And now, this is a truly very lightweight setup. I'm going to put this in my truck. Really is a great setup. So we're going to string this up. Yeah, this is going to be a good set. I knew I had another Cadence around here someplace. you know, when you start fishing again in this season, it's like, you always forget something. But these rods run about $120 for a handmade, American-made rod. You know, you just really can't go wrong. And these triggers are amazing light tackle rods. They really are. Boy, you can feel everything on it. Everything you do to it, it translates to the bait. So I could just tap it, and it translates to the bait. So I could give the bait so much more life, you know, in the presentation. And people see me catch fish all the time, and they'll go, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you using?" So I show them. But you know what? Like I said, the boat doesn't make the person, but the person does. But also the gear. The gear also. You know, you use the right rod. The right rod is, I think, I've learned the rod has a lot to do with catching. Alright, I'm going to get my scissors. Or my clippers. So, I am at an advantage there with my gear. Now, fish finders, I own 3 fish finders. Fish finders will pretty much tell you what you're not catching. Squirrel! Fish finders will tell you what you're not catching. But, more importantly, they tell you the bottom of the lake. And you want to find those drop-offs. You want to find those hidden bushes and debris in the lake where fish love to hang out. So you want to find all that. And so people, when they use fish finders, they're really looking at structures more than they are the fish, because the structure hides the fish. So you wet your line so you don't burn it when you cinch your knot, because this is plastic. This is monofilament, so I always do an extra knot just to make sure it doesn't come off. So now we got this guy on here. This is a really good setup. Also a good beginner setup. So if I have somebody in the boat that wants to fish and they don't have a rod, I really am hesitant, because I did that last year and the guy snapped my Cajun rod. He left it outside the boat when I came into the marina. The marina caught it, and it just bent. Yeah. So anyway, this is an extremely light setup, really light setup. With the 500 reel on it, it's a really good crappie setup. This one right here, you could just drop this down and just pull crappie up out of the lake all day long. It's a good jigging rod. It's just, this is a really good one. This is my crappie rod right here. This is my crappie rod. So, great rod to give away. It really is. It's a really good giveaway. I don't want to give it away. It's a good giveaway though. So yeah, I just did that really the other day. So anyway, that's we did a big giant bait, 5 little or 6 little baits, And so next we got to put eyes on all these. And once we glue the eyes on them, I have a doctor's appointment pretty soon. Then we'll do the eyes later, and then that's got the super glue's got to set, because when it mixes with the epoxy, crazy things happen, chemical reaction. And so I use a 2-part epoxy where I brush it on, literally just I brush the epoxy on. But this is more than I usually have to do an epoxy setting, so it's actually 2 sets of mixtures. Epoxy only stays viable for 15-20 minutes, and then it just hardens up and it just won't self-level. So we'll have to do 2 sessions here for the clear coat. That's what we're going to have to do. Yeah. Now this one came out so pretty, guys. Look at that. The blue, the green, the gold, the silver, the white. That is a beautiful, beautiful bait. You know, it would be good. One more touch to it. It's called a false eye. It's called a false eye. And it's a spot you put right behind the gills. That would work really good. That's a false eye. They say that the fish see 2 eyes on it, and they get confused and they attack it. So, voila. Putting a false eye on it is a good idea, Mike. It's a good idea. Yay! See, sometimes it just comes to you, and your hookup ratio is increased when you do little things sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference, and you're really selling it to the fisherman. Fisherman looks at it, well, that's a pretty bait, I'd bite it. Well, you're not a fish now, are you? But yeah, now I got my crappie rod set up. What else I got up here? What do I got? What is this? Oh, actually, that's a good rod. That's a garage sale rod. Really is a good rod. SLX, Shimano. Another Cajun rod with my Cast King Crixus at X. God, I got good rods. That's a good rod. Not the best. That particular reel was their best bait caster at one time. And it is moody. I can string it and it'll work really good for a while, and then all of a sudden it stops working well. A lot of backlashes on it. What I'm going to do on that, I need to string this one. This? No, it's not this one. Where is it? Oh, not in there. Got a really nice reel around here someplace. That's not it. I got it. It's all I'm on the floor. I'm looking for it. Hey, my goodness. Is this it? No, that's another one of That's another 500. Is this it? Yep, this is it. All right. I've really come to enjoy some of the Pissy Fun reels. And I've been using this reel for a year on another rod. Really good reel. It's called their Spark Pro. Spark Pro. Crazy color shift. You know, red, blue, purple. I mean, crazy color shift pattern on that. But this, I'm going to take that Crixus off that. I'm going to put this one on it. This is a really good reel. I've been very happy with that. Now, this is the same thing as that 500. This is another 500. I'm going to give this one away. Again, good ice fishing reel, good crappie reel. I love this reel. I love the collapsible handle to it. Great reel, really good. So that's a giveaway. We'll start that giveaway pretty soon. So that's a giveaway reel right there. And then, but this one, I'm just going to give this to a buddy of mine. But now that I see that nice rod up there with a lousy, this is the Black Bayou rod. This is my medium heavy fast. So this is your good all-around rod on this one. Really is a good all-around rod. I will tell you another great thing about their bait casting rods. See, I'm sorry about the dust. See this exposed area right underneath here? When I grab it, I can feel the bites a lot better underneath there. And I do not recommend the Cast King Crixus Armor X. It's supposed to be one of their best. Aluminum body, really good feel to it. Great casting when it works, but it will get moody on you. Eventually it will stop laying the line on the spool evenly, and so it'll become heavier on one side. Now, I know how to tie a knot, I know how to spool a rod. That is the only one of my bait casters that has this problem. So I'll re-spool it. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. You're just going to love it. And then all of a sudden, it'll backlash on you or catch. I mean, it's a durable. You know, it's durable. It feels good. But I would give it 8 trips, maybe 6 trips. And you'll have to re-spool again every 6 trips. I fish twice a week, so every month and a half I would have to re-spool that. That's not going to happen. So if you don't fish that much, it's probably just a fine reel, but I wouldn't recommend it. That's not the reel I would recommend. I mean, for $40, you know, that's an $80 reel, $90 reel. For half the price, this Spark Pro, much better reel to it. I have not had that problem with this reel. I have not had that problem with this reel. So I will have to spool this up, and I'll put it on that Black Bayou Cajun rod. And I just got to go through some of my inventory here. You know, that bait feeder rod right there. That is a really good rod for ocean and for maybe kokanee fishing, you know, troll fishing, because it's got a really loud clicker on it and you can adjust the feed on it. I gave one of these away. That's this whole setup, actually. I gave this setup away last year, and the guy, the one is in Maine, so he'll really have a great time with this bait feeder setup. So I gave that away last year. really nice. So, all right, I will let you guys go. Thanks for popping in, hitting thumbs up if you did. Thank you very much. And I'm going to have lunch and go to my doctor and see if we can't control my blood pressure. So, let me give a little outro video because it's so pretty. And I like Maddie and Tay.